Another ICE detention facility is coming to Colorado. This week, the private prison contractor, the Geo Group, announced it was opening up in Hudson. And tonight, leaders in that town got an earful. Welcome in to 9 News at 9 o'clock. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
And I'm Kyle Clark. So tonight was the first town council meeting since that announcement came out. 9 News reporter Rhea Jha is there for us. Rhea, packed house.
Packed house and public comment is still going on right now, and protesters showed up in full force. But honestly, it was hard to find someone who actually lived here in Hudson. People traveled in from Denver, from Alamosa, from Frisco to make sure these town council members heard that this is an issue that not just people here in Hudson care about, but people around the state care about.
Referring to item 3.
Hudson council members were still working through routine business when protesters outside made sure the issue was heard inside. This week, the federal government signed a 5-year contract with the private prison company Geo Group to open the Hudson Correctional Facility as an ICE detention center.
Morally, we all just agree that this is wrong and we don't want this in our backyard.
The crowd, however, wasn't just made up of Hudson residents.
I live in Thornton, Colorado.
I'm from Frisco, Colorado.
I live in Greeley.
They said they showed up to Thursday's town council meeting because they believe the impact of this facility will extend beyond Hudson.
I came out because we need to stand up against detention centers.
To show the city of Hudson that everybody else does care and it affects everybody as a whole, not just Hudson.
We did find one person who grew up here. Audrey Uribe's Weber said she's worried about how this could impact the town's Hispanic population.
It's kind of like a dark thing to have so close to this town, and there's a really large immigrant population.
The town of Hudson said it doesn't have the authority to approve or reject the federal detention center, but protesters are asking whether town leaders can try to push back.
They do have power over water, over the roads, over infrastructure, emergency personnel. There's definitely things that they can do there to either delay, stall, or stop it.
The public comment line ran long, but the path from protests to action is much less clear. In the past, the Trump administration has warned state and local officials not to interfere with ICE operations. And I tried to ask the mayor of Hudson here for comment, but he declined and walked away from me. So this, in a statement from the city that they did put out, they said they haven't gotten much information or details on what this ICE detention facility was looking like, and that they are going to ask for more information for the community. Reporting live in Hudson, Rhea Jha, 9 News.
A close call near Parker tonight. A roughly 2-acre fire prompted the evacuation of a couple of homes. It broke out near Village Road, east of the Pinery. Firefighters made some quick work of it with the help of a helicopter. It's not clear just yet how this fire started, and there are no reports of any injuries at this time.
Meteorologist Kathy Sabins along. Kathy, every day new fire starts jumped on quickly by firefighters all over the state.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're going to continue with this pattern for several more days and probably several more weeks as we're right in the middle of the warmest and driest part of the summer in mid-July. Today, hot highs back in the mid-90s. Temperatures out there now only marginally cooler, 86 degrees in downtown Denver at 3 minutes after 9 o'clock. We are looking at an increase in the humidity value, so some good news there, but also an increase in the wind out of the south and east. We've had moisture pouring into western Colorado, where the worst of the smoke and haze has held for much of the day. And even so, we have air quality alerts out for those fire zones and an air quality alert for Denver through tomorrow for high levels of ground ozone. Still tracking showers across western Colorado, moving from north to south, but fire managers are dealing with more than welcome rain. They're dealing with erratic winds and also a bit of lightning. And sometimes too much of a good thing, as some of these slower moving storms are dropping too much rain in a small area, creating the potential for mudslides and flooding. Denver can't buy a raindrop for now, but things will be changing heading into the weekend. Overnight tonight, fair skies with lows warm in the mid-60s. Coming up, your weather headlines include a change late in the weekend that will lead to cooler weather and a chance for rain. Those details ahead.
2 kids face murder charges connected to a shooting in Denver's Sunnyside neighborhood.
Police say 12 and a 14-year-old were arrested for a shooting that happened about 2 weeks ago, and they believe one of them was involved in another shooting. 9 News reporter Spencer Soysher joins us now. Spencer, police say this was part of a trend that they recently warned the public about.
Yet Denver police had been warning the public about what it called a disturbing trend with people becoming violent, breaking into or trying to steal cars who confronted them. Tonight, DPD announced the arrest of 4 minors as it investigates 3 shooting incidents. It was just a few weeks ago when Denver police told the public about what they called a dangerous pattern. In a note sent to the public, DPD said it wanted to let the community know about 2 recent homicides where vehicle owners confronted people who were breaking into or attempting to steal their cars.
A lot of these times when these people are committing these crimes, trying to steal your car, trying to steal something from your car, you don't know what they're armed with.
Now we know more about who Denver police was talking about. In at least one of those cases, police now say the suspects are 12 and 14 years old. On Wednesday, police announced arrests tied to a shooting on June 30th in Denver's Sunnyside neighborhood. Police say 33-year-old Christopher Neighbors tried to stop the 2 kids from breaking into or stealing his car when he was shot and killed.
Call 911, let us handle it. Right?
That's one shooting. EPD also says that about 15 minutes before Neighbors was shot, that same 14-year-old was involved in another shooting. Police arrested 2 other minors with him for it. The victim, also a minor, was injured but survived. And police are investigating a 3rd shooting. DPD says there was another homicide about a week before the other shootings with similar circumstances. A man shot confronting someone breaking into a car. DPD says there are, quote, indications the juvenile arrestees may also be connected to this homicide. So a total of 4 minors arrested here. DPD says officers had identified them as suspects when other officers spotted them in a stolen car on July 1st. DPD told us officers tried to pull them over when the driver took off. Police say they pursued, and there are now charges for that pursuit as well. Spencer Soysher, 9 News.
Victor Marks, the Republican candidate for governor, has not been endorsed by former Colorado Governor Bill Owens, even though Marks is suggesting otherwise. Owens is Colorado's only Republican governor in the last 55 years. Here's what Mark said today.
You talk about Bill Owens, the state in its heyday. It's interesting. He was a Republican governor who used common sense. I got a call yesterday that he's endorsing me.
Former Governor Bill Owens told me today he has not made a decision on whether he will endorse Victor Marks or not. Owens endorsed Marks' Republican primary opponent, Barb Kirkmeyer, who called Marks a fraud, said he doesn't tell the truth. She said she won't support him. Owens told me he wants to see Marks' campaign and see how he handles himself as a candidate before he makes a decision. Marks' campaign claims that he did not lie about the endorsement, saying that Victor Marks did get a phone call yesterday from someone saying that former Governor Owens is going to endorse him.
A former Parker police officer whose actions led to a $24 million civil verdict against her department was hired by a Denver-based SafeSport. A Douglas County jury found former detective Shannon Bruckbacher liable for malicious prosecution after she omitted evidence to arrest a man for accessory to murder. Denver-based U.S. Center for SafeSport hired her last fall. The organization investigates sex abuse cases involving Olympic sports. The center told the AP that its background search into Bruckbacher yielded no information about pending litigation. The center said it has since added civil litigation to its list of background check requirements. It also said she does not work there anymore.
Douglas County is joining the growing list of municipalities in Colorado ditching Flock over privacy concerns. This week, DougCo's Republican county commissioners voted to replace their network of license plate reading cameras. They approved a more than $22 million contract with a company called Axon instead. It'll come with double the number of cameras and a network of first responder drones. The county commissioners cited concerns about how Flock handled data. Denver and Fort Collins both ended their contracts with Flock earlier this year, and the city of Boulder is considering going with another provider. It launched a competitive bid process a few months ago.
A wildfire in southwest Colorado is prompting new evacuations. The Hinsdale County Sheriff's Office told people to get out today because of unpredictable winds around the Elk Fire. The Elk Fire has burned more than 500 acres with no containment just west of Lake City. The evacuations are for people near Independence Gulch Trailhead and the county line. Fire crews say lightning started the fire.